Hi, good evening, everyone. So I see that people are joining, so we can start the webinar and they can join anyways, as and when they are like. So myself, Bindu Sharma, and I have my colleague Deepa Sai in this session today. So we both will be explaining to you who is a patent agent, how can you become a patent agent, what is like the eligibility criteria, how should you start your preparations, because I assume that all of you must be writing exam this year, and some tips to write the exam in right way so that you can clear it in the first shot itself. And we also have a training, upcoming training, and we'll brief you how the training will go. And we have a very brilliant track record of success rate of this exam. So let's start, Deepa. Just the slide, next slide. Okay, so first of all, patent agent. So the name patent agent, mostly, every country has a system that, uh, patent law is very complicated. Okay, so there are a lot of forms, fees, and legal requirements, technical requirements to be fulfilled, which every inventor may not be able to do, and that's why we have a system of having patent agents. So patent agent is a person who is authorized by Indian Patent Office. I'm specifically talking about India. So there is one exam which Patent Office conducts every year. So that is called as Indian Patent Agent exam. So once you clear that exam and pay whatever fees is required to be paid, then you can call yourself as registered patent agent. And this is one of the good career options for those who are at least graduate in science. And if you have research experience, that always adds to it. We'll talk about what is qualification, eligibility to write this exam, how you can register yourself as a patent agent, and certain tips for preparation and clearing the patent agent exam. Next slide. Technically speaking, patent agent is a person with specialized qualifications to represent the applicant or inventor in all matters and procedures as per Indian patent law. Patent agent is appointed by applicant and inventor. Patent agent is authorized to draft the patent specifications and to file and prosecute patent applications. Patent agent can act as a representative before the controller of patents, and now patent agent is also authorized to represent the client in case of design application drafting, filing, prosecutions, attending hearing. And as a patent agent, you are fully authorized to represent your clients in PCT as well, Patent Cooperation Treaty. So, patent agent is a person who is registered to practice, and there is a register of patent agents which is kept at Indian Patent Office. So, once you clear your exam and you have paid the fees, certificate is issued to you, and then your name gets added in the register of patent agents. And in the register of patent agents, your name, phone number, full address, specimen signature, photograph, all the details are added. The controller maintains, Deepa, previous slide, please. The controller maintains a register called as Register of Patent Agents, which contains all the details about the patent agent, and it also gives list of all active patent agents, and it can be accessed. So earlier it was like physical register which was kept in patent office, but now you can see list of patent agents online. Next, please. Uh, Once you are a patent agent, you have right to practice before the controller and prepare all the documents, transact all business or any other function before the controller. So, Deepa, you can take over now. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please use the chat box and we'll take up all questions at the end. Thank you very much. Can't hear you, Deepa. You are mute.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
And good evening, everyone. So we'll continue with The introduction to the patent agent exam. As you all aware of, patent agent exam will be conducted by the Indian Patent Office almost once in a year nowadays from past 3 4 years. The upcoming is in the month of Jan 2027. So it's a qualifying exam. The score doesn't matter, but once you qualify the exam, that is more than sufficient to qualify or to get registered yourself as a authorized or registered patent agent. And there is a form to apply for the exam. We will discuss about the timelines and the procedure, how to get enrolled yourself for the patent agent upcoming patent agent exam, and it will be conducted in multiple centers. It's an offline exam, physical exam, will be conducted in multiple places. And nowadays, apart from Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, and Chennai, they even started examination centers in Bangalore and Nagpur. So, if we quickly look into the qualifications, who are eligible to apply for the patent agent exam, since the patent rights are also territorial, the qualification or one uh, patent agent to practice is also territorial. So it's mandatory to be the citizen of India to apply for this exam and to get qualified. And what are the syllabus particulars? What is the study material you have to consider and how to apply? Once you qualify the exam, how to register yourself as a patent agent, and what in certain cases the person will be disqualified as a patent agent. We'll discuss on that part as well. So basically, one has to be the citizen of India, and the minimal age is 20 years. Of course, patent office doesn't mention the maximum age limit, unlike other competitive exams. But here, the minimum age should be 21 years, and one should be qualified or possess the bachelor degree, at least a bachelor degree in science or engineering, any of this. Uh, the reason behind to select or to provide this mandatory qualification to be from science or engineering background, because patents deals with the inventions. So to understand the invention, the science or technology, the engineering is very important aspects. That is the main reason patent of office has this mandatory qualification. At least or minimum bachelor degree is required to be qualified or to apply for the patent agent exam. And one has to qualify the exam, or the people who are practicing as examiners within the patent office who has completed 10 years of service as an examiner, they can apply or they can be considered as the registered patent agent. And if we look into the pattern or how the mode of the exam will be, as you are all aware of, it will be the physical exam, and the written exam will be divided into two parts, paper one and paper two, which will be conducted on the same day. Morning session, paper one, followed by afternoon session with paper two. And this will be followed by one viva, but there is a condition: who qualifies the written exam, only they will be attending viva examination as per the recent modification in the exam pattern. And to qualify, you have to secure 50 marks at least in paper one. Paper one is for maximum of 100 marks, which deals with the entire patent act, patent rules, and most of the questions will be objective, multiple choice questions, and true or false kind of. Each question carries 1 marks, and there is no negative mark. That is another benefit here. And paper one basically deals with the interpretation of the patent act and rules. And now, since design is also considered as part of this exam structure, uh, you can expect few questions from the Indian Design Act as well. And paper two, which is little complicated, and I can say people who are already practicing or who are working in the law firms, it will be quite easy for them to manage with paper two, which mainly deals with addressing or drafting the patent specification, claim drafting, and sometimes subjective questions will be uh, mentioned in paper 2. And again, here it will be for maximum of 100 marks, and one should qualify or should score 50 marks to be qualified. So even paper 1 and paper 2, it is the minimum marks to be scored is 50. The aggregate of paper 1 and paper 2 should be 60%. So this is mandatory, and whoever qualifies or scores 60% as aggregate from paper 1 and paper 2, only those candidates will be selected for the oral viva, which will be held after few weeks from the uh, results of the first and second paper. So once you qualify the exam, automatically one will not be considered as registered patent agent. We have to submit a registration letter or the form to the patent office along with the minimal fee to get enrolled as a registered patent agent. And every year it has to be maintained by paying the renewal fee every year for the patent agent. And certain circumstances, the patent office will disqualify the person as even though one has been registered, it will be disqualified based on these conditions of unsound mind or insolvent, or in case of any guilty of professional misconduct or any other kind of criminal or civil offense or negligence or misconduct. In any of these scenarios, the patent office has all the rights to disqualify a person not to become a patent agent. So, as Bindu ma'am was explaining, the role of patent agent, I mean, it's not end with simply filing the patent application. Patent agent plays an important role. The skill set or the expertise of the patent agent will give more strength to the patent application. So, patent agent will be kind of point of contact between the patent office and the applicants or innovators. So, patent agents will understand or will have the capability to understand, analyze the invention, the technical aspects of the invention, the strength of the invention that will be translated into the combination of a legal language to be presented as a drafting specification. And whatever the correspondences from the patent office, it will be handled by the patent agent as a point of contact for the applicant. In case of any objections, whether it's formal or technical, after scrutinization from the patent office, the patent agent will address all these objections and make sure that application will proceed with the grant. And it will not end with the grant, post grant activities, or in case of any litigation, pre grant opposition, post grant opposition, or any revocation. So, all the litigations will be handled by the registered patent agent. So, it's a quite responsible, much high professional, we can say, and the combination of the technical and legal plays an important role for the success to become as a successful patent agent. So it will start with the research or data mining, we can say, to understand the technology, to analyze the invention, the communication between the patent office with the applicants on the technical terms and in the legal sense with the patent office, understanding the invention, the drafting skills, which will improve with time or which will improve with the number of drafts which the patent agent works on, and the overall handling the patent application till the grant and post grant. One has to gain that skills with time and practice. And if you notice the progress from recent years, we have something called as IP facilitator scheme, where Indian Patent Office has selected or people, patent agents can voluntarily be registered as IP facilitators. So facilitators play an important role in helping the startups to file the patent or to get the grants of the patent. So, with this background, I would like to provide more details on the upcoming patent agent exam training program, which is a comprehensive program which will run for 16 to 17 weeks, combinedly conducted by GIIP and Origin. Uh, both of us are having a good experience and a good success rate with respect to the candidates to qualify the patent agent exam at the first stretch or most of the cases. So this is a combined program conducted by GIP and Origin. Before uh, getting into the details of the program, this is from the IPO notification, the registration for Patent Agent Exam 2027. Registration has already started. I believe most of you would have already registered, but still we have time till September 30th to complete your registration process, to pay the fee and fill the forms to get enrolled for the qualifying exam. By December 15th, the admit cards will be released and the written examination will be held on Jan 10th, 2027. Patent Agent, which includes the Patent and Design Act. Exam will be conducted in the listed centers and you can opt for the center as you know while filling the application form. And it will be the physical offline exam conducted in 2 sessions. Morning session, paper 1, which includes the act and rules. Second session, paper 2, which includes the drafting and the international conventions that will be held in the second of on Jan 10th. And tentatively by second week of Feb, the results will be out. It's an intermediate result because people who qualify paper 1 and paper 2 by scoring 60% as aggregate, they will be qualified for Viva. And Viva, tentatively, it will be conducted by Feb 26. After this, the final results will be out, and whoever has qualified, one has to register as a patent agent. So now, if we look into the program or patent agent exam training, what we are uh, tentatively scheduled to start by 29th of August this month. It will be like 16 weeks, almost 4 months, where you will learn the detail of interpretation of the Patent Act and rules. Every section will be explained in detail, the application of every section, the important topics with respect to the patent agent exam, considering the previous or the repetition of the questions from particular topics or the important topics. And rather than simply reading the Bare Act, which most of the times it looks quite boring. So it's very important to analyze the act to understand each and every provision. It may be the act or it may be the rule, how to apply into the practical scenario that will be discussed so that you will understand the Patent Act rather than literally reading the act before attempting the exam. Because every question may not be direct from the Patent Act. You can expect some subjective questions, scenario based questions. So, understanding the Act is quite important. And it's not required to memorize the section numbers or the rule or forms or timelines. But once you understand the concept, once you understand the procedure, that will make easy to prepare. So all these section wise or the chapter wise, we are going to discuss in detail in the sessions that will help you to interpret the act in more or much lively manner rather than simply reading it. So it will be through online classes every weekend, that is only on Saturdays, 11 to 12:30 or 1 o'clock to us every week. And the faculty includes uh, practicing patent agents so that we can relate to the live examples or interpretation or application of the act very practically. So the complete syllabus will be covered. As I mentioned, the main thing will be understanding or interpretation of the Patent Act and rules, which will be a kind of discussion along with the mock test and separate preparation or separate session, how to prepare for Viva or what are the tips or how you should present yourself before appearing for Viva. And of course, this will be supported by a detailed study material, not as a bare act. It includes the explanation, examples, illustrations, interpretation of every section, every rule to make the Patent Act much simpler and much interesting, of course. And every session, whatever we are conducting on Saturday, the recordings of that will be available for help, to help you to revise and re-listen to the same. So it includes the Patent Act on the other side. And again, patent specification drafting is very important for paper two. People who are new to drafting or who are not practicing in the law firms, it is required to practice or understand specification drafting. What is anatomy of the patent specification, how it should be executed, what are the pros and cons, claim drafting. This is very crucial part to get a good score in patent two, paper two. And then international treaties to understand the patent procedures. Though the exam is conducted for Indian qualifying patent agent, some basic awareness of the international treaties and the types of applications, all these things will be covered. In addition to that, the Design Act, which Patent Office has recently started as part of this exam syllabus, the entire Design Act compared to Patent Act, Design Act is quite simpler and not lengthy as well. But the interpretation of the Design Act will also help you to understand the concepts of industrial designs and the registration of the design. And finally, how to prepare for the exam class wise, or we have 4 to 5 months time. So if you segregate this 5 months into proper study schedule or a plan, it will be very easy to crack the exam at the first attempt. So different strategies, how to remember the section, how to relate the sections to the practical scenarios, how to apply the respective provisions, and how to approach the questions, how what lengthy or what should be the approach, or how the questions to be addressed, how lengthy the answer should be. All these things we will explain you on while explaining or while discussing on the session. So as I mentioned, the program will start from 29th August. It will be scheduled on every Saturday. And the course fee, we will be sharing the registration link in the group as well. You can register yourself. So this is about the outline of patent agent exam. And so before moving on to discussion points or to address your queries, we have upcoming webinar on freedom to operate analysis. So FTO analysis is very critical step before launching any product. So next Friday, that is on 21st August, we have a free webinar regarding FTO, and upcoming session or the training course is also happening on practical aspects of infringement analysis or FTO analysis. So this is about the brief outline, and now we would like to take up few questions or discussion points regarding the patent agent exam. Any queries?
Can you tell about the fees details, ma'am?
Fee for this course, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the flat fee is 22,000, and I think we have some offer today and tomorrow. If you enroll, there will be a discount of 20%. That's applicable only for today and tomorrow if you are enrolling latest by tomorrow. We will
Okay.
be sharing all the details in the group along with the link. Sorry, your voice is breaking.
No, I was just asking registration link. Fine.
Okay. Yeah, we'll share the link in the group as well, along with the fee details and schedule.
Yeah.
There is one question in the chat box. Can patent agent file its own patent and run own business? Yes, of course. patent agent. Once you qualify as a patent agent, you can work as a freelancer or you can start your own business or part of the law firm, corporate, multiple options, of course. Next question. I have no practical experience in drafting. Will I face difficulty in paper two? Uh, I don't say it has difficulty, but you need to practice, of course. Once it's not a theoretical subject, of course. With the practice, drafting will also be easy. And for exam point of view, it will be once you cover our sessions or drafting skills, understand the basics of drafting. What is the anatomy of patent? What are the topics to be covered? How each of the subsection to be covered, and especially some more focus on the claims will definitely help in addressing the drafting related questions in paper two. And another important factor is once we understand the Patent Act, even though we know the answers, sometimes it's difficult to manage the time in the patent agent exam. The reason behind that, like almost, it's a handwritten exam, of course, and we are not used to writing much. That may be one practical problem. I suggest or we recommend everyone to practice some writing before appearing for the exam, including the drafting part where the writing portion will be more in terms of volume. You have to write the time management or writing skills or writing speed. That should be slightly improved. So it will come with the practice. It's recommended to practice some writing at least 1.5 months before the exam on daily basis. At least if you can spend some 15-20 minutes on writing, that will improve the writing speed, so that time management, especially for paper two.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, Shiv.
So you will also cover the Design Act.
Yes, Design Act also in detail, all the
Okay.
provisions and the basic details.
Including like example and cases studies.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
How to prepare the design application, what is the procedure for registration, required form, fee, everything.
Thank you.
So it includes, the program will cover all the aspects which is required for the examination purpose, starting from Patent Act and rules, Design Act and rules, specification drafting, and some international treaties. And of course, the basics of other forms of IP, including copyright, trade secrets, geographical indications. One should have that introduction of these details within as a part. There may be one or two questions from other forms of IP. But if you thoroughly read Patent Act and Design Act, that is helpful to get a good score in paper one, because out of 100, there is also a possibility you can score 95 to 99 also when you have thorough knowledge of Patent Act. So that will balance in securing the aggregate of 60% from paper two as well. Would you provide the study materials for paper one, two, and Viva? Yes, of course. We have study material for paper two as well. We will explain how paper two to be addressed, how to initiate the drafting, even for freshers, whoever is not experienced in drafting, how to start the drafting, what are the topics to be covered, how to explain each of the subheadings of the patent specification, and some, of course, tips for Viva, how to address, because in Viva, the questions may be very limited, like hardly 5 to 6 questions you have to face from the panel, but still that is more important to because that will be the final phase. One more question from Bala, ma'am. I'm LLB graduate, but having engineering background, whether LLB degree will add any value to patentation career? Being LLB graduate, whether it is worth attempting this exam very much because you have the engineering background, engineering and LLB. With that, if you complete or qualify as a patent agent, you can practice as a patent agent as well as patent attorney because you have already LLB degree. And your LLB will help you in addressing the litigation or represent any infringement or litigation issues before the district court or any higher courts as well. So LLB is an added advantage to the patent agents. As a patent agent, one can represent only before the controller within the limitations of the patent office, that is up to hearing till grant and pre-grant oppositions. But with LLB, one will be considered as patent attorney who is allowed to practice and represent before the courts in case of any litigation, patent related disputes in terms of infringement or any other forms of litigation. So that will be definitely an added advantage. Any other queries? So the next question is how much we should study about design. Of course, design compared to patent, it's not very lengthy act in terms of the provisions. We have around 40 or 42 sections in the Design Act. So it's of course required to go through all the provisions, like all the sections of the Design Act. But if you understand as an overall procedure for the design registration and what are the requirements for design registration, what is the procedure for registration, that will be more than enough. And if you compare the question papers from past 2-3 years, there will be around 10 to 15% of questions from the Design Act. So considering that weightage, if you understand the basic concepts of design and basic provisions, that is more than sufficient in exam point of view. Is 4 to 5 months period enough to prepare for the exam? I can say that is more than sufficient, very much. So even if you start from September first week or August last week, so solid 5 months is more than enough. Start with Patent Act, practice drafting in between. When once you reach October, November, start practicing writing also and some revisions on the Patent Act. First 2 months you complete the Act, then start revising the Patent Act. That will help to recall the sections and understand the section to relate or to understand where it has to be applied based on the practical scenarios.
What will be the class timing? It is on Saturday or Sunday also?
Saturday, only Saturday. Weekly once, only Saturdays.
11 to what?
11 to 12:30.
Okay.
And we'll start with the Patent Act first, explaining all the sections, understanding all the sections and supporting rules. Then patent specification drafting, design, everything will be covered. So it will go for maximum 16 to 17 sessions. And the purpose of this program is to make you understand how to interpret the section, how to understand the section, analyze the section, and how to apply it to the practical scenarios. Because when we consider the Patent Act, it's around 162 sections plus the respective rules. And it's not practically feasible to memorize or to remember all the sections. But once you understand the Act, it will be easy to apply and to address your questions, answer your questions during the exam. And it should not end with the exam. The preparation should not be only for the exam point of view, because once you qualify, you should start your practice as a patent agent. So that is more important to understand the act. Otherwise, the bare act is sufficient to interpret and address the exam questions in the exam. But the purpose here is to make yourself thorough with the patent act and to see as a practicing a patent agent once you qualify the exam. So that is more important to execute the act or to apply the act wherever it is required. The purpose of the program is to train you in the practical perspective rather than limiting yourself to the exam point of view. And how mock test will be conducted? This may be at the end of the program, but otherwise we have designed our material, designed our program that every chapter or completion of every chapter, you will have your self-assessment questions so that you can rate yourself what is the preparation or what is the understanding on chapter wise. So wherever you are struck with, you can go back to the respective sections and revise. That will help you kind of self-preparation in addition to our programs. If no further queries, we can, we'll wait for 2 more minutes for any other queries. Otherwise, we can conclude. I think in case of any further queries, feel free to post in the group. We can address that anytime. Yeah, one more question. Is there any prior work experience required for attempting the exam? Experience may not be required, but understanding the act and some drafting skills or practice is very much required before attempting the exam. Syllabus are same like previous? Yes, of course. From past 2 years, there is no modification in the syllabus after addition of Design Act. Yes, it's the same as previous. The queries? If no further queries, we can conclude this session. And Vidya ma'am, would you like to add anything?
And nothing as such, Deepa. I think everything is clear. So I wish all the best to everyone here. And those of you who want to register for the training, you can do it today or tomorrow. Okay, because we will not be able to extend the date for discount after that. And we give you study And we have been doing these trainings since 2009. One of the very few companies to start the training on patent agent. So coupon code is given by Anita, and she will post in the group also. And just feel free to register today, and we'll look forward to having all of you in the training session. Thank you very much, and all the best to you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Have a nice
Thank
weekend.
you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.